You know how crushed my mother would have been if I would have died? I could have. So when you get people who was not there, didn't know us, and say, I grabbed Tupac and used a shield, or this happened, how do you know these details, whoever you are, if you was not there? Even when you speak on Snoop, people can say, well, are you picking on Snoop? Absolutely not. Snoop is picking on Snoop. Everybody say, Snoop, you had involvement in it. We're not trying to put you in prison. I don't want you to go to prison. Can't nobody put you in prison. You connected to those folks. And you Trump's little bitch. But why you just don't set the record straight and say Warren G lied on you, Daz lied on you, Corrupt lied on you? Why? Why you don't explain the truth instead of constantly making lies for his you was at the hospital or none of this stuff is true? Won't you tell us once and for all, why would you have a big ass ugly walkie-talkie, hearing the gunshots, hearing everything? Why would David have one? Why all these guys do interviews and say that they weren't allowed to carry guns? Why would Frank tell me personally he was paid to be involved? Why? Why you don't tell the truth and say Mr. Knight is mad because you bought Death Row? Well, if you and Mike bought Death Row, as you say, show us the check. What you did is the weirdest bitch shit I ever met in my life. Naturally, I'm in jail. Naturally, I'm in prison. So when the corporation of the name Death Row, they didn't pay the fees to keep it going, you went and got the name and asked your boss, you know how you do, you're a stripper, or at least you had the strip club, probably had, but you go over there and dance for them, and they allowed you to use the name. Because that company was named by me, which is a black man. That company was built by me, which is a black man. Because Hen Dog, my little homie who I still love today, rest in peace, drew that logo. Check your crippin'. You let the white people tell you, you gotta be like Suge Knight. Keep that shit red and black. Red carpet, like he had in his office and at his studio. At the same time, you don't want to rewrite history by being me, but leaving me out of being me. Explain these facts. Explain the fact that you so down with the police. Reason why I got off this facts that you didn't do nothing for Malik. You left Malik for dead. You left a security named Kenny for dead when he got shot in the back behind you. Because the fact that the real thing is so much money was paid out of my pocket. And your participation, I might be saying that wrong. Sometimes I talk like my mother, love country. You know, they from Mississippi. Your involvement with the police and the money I spent made them look the other way. You tell me what person could have a murder trial, a gang murder trial, and go to trial. If I recall, I could be wrong, but I'm almost sure one juror says not guilty. So that makes it a mixed trial. Name me one time with a mistrial that the prosecution don't try it again. I don't care if it's some white lady in Boston who ran over her husband who was a cop and killed him. She had a mistrial. There was more people who said not guilty than one person. They retrying that trial again. Do you think if OJ would have had one person that said not guilty, they would let him walk? Now, you are ahead of the game. You let Malik life get destroyed and hold it back. He got it on his record, but you did something that most white people can't even do. Mark Wahlberg is a great dude. Remember, the rapper, actor. I don't know about now, but for a long time, he couldn't get his record response. You got your drug selling and the murder theme response, but not Malik. If that wasn't the case, when somebody get a mistrial, there's only one person. Technically, the reason why I'm bagging off of you, because I don't want to see you in handcuffs, but like I said, you Trump's bitch, so it's never going to happen. But the reality of it, they can come back today and say, wait a minute, it makes no sense. If that motherfucker look like a skunk, smell like a skunk, it's a skunk. You got a person named James, who's a real FBI informant, who before that was a sheriff's rat, turns around, lives in the South Side, hang with the South Side, help the South Side. His daughter is from Southside Crip. She more of a Crip than he ever was. He used to be from Kitchen Crip. But his daughter more of a gangster than him. She doing real time, hard time. He being Mr. Mom, raising her son. All the talent in the world you didn't use to help your daughter. You failed as a father. You failed as a son. You failed as a man. And it's sad that you had dick in your mouth. These things let me understand why people act the way they do.